This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
A culinary icon in Moses Lake is in shambles following Saturday's fire at Chico's Pizza Parlor.
Firefighters work to keep firewalls intact surrounding Chico's Pizza and Salon Envy, likely save the entire strip mall from being destroyed.
Ice is never 100% safe, which means taking precautions during ice-related recreational activities is key in staying safe.
Last night, Kashmir sophomore Haley Van Lith was honored for scoring 1,000 career points in basketball.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
A culinary icon in Moses Lake is in shambles following Saturday's fire at Chico's Pizza Parlor. A staple since the 1960s, second-generation owner Mitch Zorn says it was hard to see his livelihood and decades of family tradition go up in smoke.
I'm not sure that it's actually hit yet what is occurring. There's so much going on that has to be taken care of now. There hasn't been time to think about it or reflect on it. It hit me when I went to the office to get pictures of my grandfather and my father off the wall that have been hanging there for years, and they weren't there. And that's when it first hit, and it's like a death in the family.
But Zorn says Chico's Pizza will be back.
Yeah, and right now we're just getting some preliminary numbers together and times together. We do want to open. We will open, regardless of what it takes. We're going to make it happen. The timeline right now is between 4 and 8 months.
And sooner than you might think as he mulls over a temporary take-and-bake version of Chico's Pizza.
We are initially looking into possibly taking one of the empty spaces and doing a we make them, you bake them, but we have to have the health department come in and do things of that nature, and so I don't know if it would be a waste of time or or something that would actually function.
And as far as his displaced employees are concerned,
that's a big concern. I don't want to lose those trained employees, and they were the ones here when the fire hit. They were the ones that made sure that everybody was cleared out. They're the ones that they were worried more about saving the lives or getting people out of the building than they were about making that dollar on that pizza that they still could sell. They were getting people out of here, and that's what I want to retain. I have not got a firm answer from the insurance company yet as if how they're going to be taken care of. And I've asked each person that's come. The one I'm meeting again today will be same question. It'll be first is can I pay them while we're refurbishing or rebuilding?
I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family Pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag, what's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Firefighters work to keep firewalls intact surrounding Chico's Pizza and Salon Envy, likely save the entire strip mall from being destroyed. For hours Saturday evening, smoke rose from the roof of the iconic Moses Lake restaurant. For onlookers in the parking lot, there didn't appear to be much damage, but Moses Lake Fire Chief Brett Bastian said heat and flames continued to build and contained spaces between several layers of roofing and construction material. Bastian said the fire likely started as a grease fire in the pizza oven. He said the hood actually contained most of the flames, but the fire made its way into an about 1 foot deep attic space and became trapped. Bastian said firefighters attempted to reach the blaze through the ceiling early on and later through the roof, but crews were unable to get to the seat of the fire. Unable to reach the heat built up in the attic space, Bastian said the approach changed. Firefighters focused on cooling the firewall between Chico's and the tattoo shop and a firewall between Salon Envy and a former home decor business. The fire eventually broke through the roof and ceiling about 8:30 p.m. Both Chico's and Salon Envy were total losses, but the firewalls, rated for 3 hours, held up. Bastian said firefighters were putting water, about 1.4 million gallons, on the fire for about 7 hours. Bastian credited the work of fire crews from several different departments with keeping the firewalls intact and containing the blaze as much as possible. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Are your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Ice is never 100% safe, which means taking precautions during ice-related recreational activities is key in staying safe. First and foremost, never be on the ice alone, but also never congregate in one area. Dispersing weight is just as important as bringing someone with you. The Washington Fish and Wildlife, along with Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, say new, clear ice should be thicker than 4 inches if you want to walk on it. Knowing ice thickness is tough, though. It can be 2 feet thick in one place, and just a few steps away could be 1 inch. Ice thickness should be checked about every 150 feet. Be prepared for weather conditions and emergencies. Those going on ice should dress in layers and bring a first aid kit. When fishing on the ice, holes that are drilled should be under 8 inches in diameter. Bigger holes aren't necessary and can cause safety hazards for you and others. Additional recommendations include parking cars at least 50 feet away from each other and moving them every 2 hours. More information can be found on the links below. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 News.
Last night, Kashmir sophomore Haley Van Lith was honored for scoring 1,000 career points in basketball. In only 41 career games, Van Lith accomplished a milestone that most players never see. The stats only serve as a reminder for Van Lith of how much she can do, but her goals expand much farther than just points.
The goal is 3 state championships. I want 3. I didn't get my freshman year, but I'm going to get sophomore, junior, and senior. WNBA is actually a goal of mine to get there, be a first-round draft pick.
Ever since she was in middle school, colleges have gone crazy over Van Lith's play, even to the point where programs as big as UConn have taken notice. It's crazy to think that a girl from a small town of a few thousand people can create the national stir that she has, but she sees it as a source of inspiration to all athletes everywhere.
I just think it helps other people know that you don't have to be from a big town or you don't have to be in the spotlight all the time. You just have to push yourself and get there yourself sometimes.
Her father, Corey Van Lith, has been nothing but supportive of his daughter's basketball career. He recalls when he first noticed that there was something special about Haley.
When she was like 2 and 3, she just moved different. You could just tell the athleticism there was different. I remember when she was like in 2nd and 3rd grade, college basketball would be on, and UConn was, winning a bunch of national championships, and she just was like, I want to do that. We tried to lay out the foundation of you're going to have to sacrifice a lot, and you're willing to have to buy into the process of being great. And Haley bought in early.
With still a long high school career ahead of her, the sky is the limit for the big-time player from a small-town school. I'm Adam Chakosky for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.